Mainly sunny this afternoon with a high of 27 degrees. It's currently 23, but feeling like 30. I'm Kendra Hamilton. Canadians are officially heading to the polls, but not for another 11 weeks. Prime Minister Harper has asked Governor General David Johnston to dissolve Parliament, triggering a general election. The vote will take place as expected on October 19th, making this the longest campaign in modern Canadian history. It's also expected to be the most costly. Meanwhile, Ontario's Liberal Premier is denouncing an early federal election. Kathleen Wynne calls it unfortunate, unnecessary, and a waste of taxpayer dollars. Wynne says, given advances in technology, there's no need for an election campaign that drags on for 2.5 months. In local news, a Belleville man has been arrested for an outstanding warrant for breach of probation. Police were called to a street in the East End shortly after 4 o'clock this morning in regards to a male causing problems. The man tried to hide when police arrived on the scene, but he was found and placed under arrest. The 27-year-old is also wanted by Quinte West for similar offenses. He is being held for a bail hearing Tuesday. Quinte West OPP are investigating a series of fires. Quinte West Fire responded around 9 o'clock last night to 2 small fires. They were extinguished and no one was injured. However, earlier yesterday morning around 4:30, 2 other small fires were reported to be burning on Dundas Street in the downtown area. They were also extinguished and no one was injured. Quinte West Fire says all 4 fires were similar and the investigation has been handed over to police. CFB Trenton has helped recover a 17-year-old male who was missing in Lake Ontario for over 2 hours. The U.S. Coast Guard requested help from CFB Trenton around 9 o'clock last night to search the waters off the coast of Rochester for the missing male. CFB Rescue Center says the male was a swimmer that departed from the boat without a life vest and failed to return. They sent a Griffin helicopter from 424 Squadron to assist in the search, and the 17-year-old was found and picked up by the U.S. Coast Guard vessel. He was brought to shore and taken to a medical facility for treatment. CFB Rescue Center says the male had been treading water for approximately 2.5 hours by the time he was found. A boil water advisory is still in effect for Brighton. The advisory has been in place since Wednesday when a water main broke. Mayor Mark Wallace says the municipal staff and health unit will continue to work throughout the weekend to ensure the advisory can be lifted as soon as possible. Bottled water is available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at King Edward Park Arena. The Alliance to Protect Prince Edward County has appealed the provincial approval of the 27 White Pines Wind Farm project. They announced yesterday they have filed a notice of appeal with the Environmental Review Tribunal on the grounds that this project will cause harm to human health and the natural environment. An appeal is also being made by a local citizen, John Hirsch, on the environmental grounds. Mayor of Prince Edward County, Robert Quaife, says the WPD project was approved by the province in spite of the county being clear that they are an unwilling host. And for those planning to do some boating this long weekend, be aware that the OPP has beefed up patrols on the water to look out for boaters who've been drinking or taking drugs. Officers are also doing equipment checks to encourage all boaters to wear life jackets. The Force's Operation Dry Water campaign is aimed at reducing deaths and injuries on the water. In sports, knuckleballer R.A. Dickey is on the mound today in the final of the Blue Jays 4-game set against Cleveland at Rogers Centre. Yesterday, the Royals snapped Toronto's 3-game win streak with a 7-6 victory. Marquay McDaniel caught a 2-touchdown pass as the Calgary Stampeders beat the Montreal Alouettes 25-22 last night. There is no CFL action tonight, but the Hamilton Tiger Cats host Toronto tomorrow to wrap up Week 6. And Troy Merritt and Kevin Chappell are co-leaders through 3 rounds of the PGA's Quicken Loans National. Merritt shot the tournament record 10 under 61 that included 11 birdies and 1 bogey. Chappell fired a 4 under 67 to tie Merritt at 14 under. Weather is next.
Looking for a new career? Adecco wants to find you. Wednesday, August 5th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come to the Adecco Open House in Belleville and Trenton. Improve your future. Long-term, temporary, and full-time hours are available. On-site recruiting team. And the Adecco free giveaway is back. Get details. August and September will be big. August 5th, 9 to 5 at Bayview Mall, Belleville. And in Trenton, hiring students. Adecco. Better work, better life.
Weekend weather is brought to you by Lockyer's Country Gardens, just around the roundabout in Picton, where quality grows. Mainly sunny this afternoon with a high of 27 degrees. Showers and the risk of a thunderstorm tomorrow morning, followed by a cloudy afternoon and a high of 24. And Tuesday will be sunny with clouds and a chance of showers and a high of 23. It's currently 23 degrees, but feeling like 30. I'm Kendra Hamilton.